I don't remember that at all. I think she's gonna make it.
I'm like sometimes a little bit too comfortable posting a lot of things online. Sometimes if you're not thinking about certain like specific consequences, like what if a parent could see this, then that's where you start to slip up in posting.
The things that are going to leave enduring fingerprints today look like it's going to be Facebook and MySpace and the fringe social networking things. The difference right now is that we're generating a lot of unintentional footprints. That's going to be a lingering problem.
Sometimes writing things on other people's walls I've regretted, often through fighting. Fights were always so much worse on Facebook, and especially because you don't know who it's publicized to, you don't know whose homepage it's going to. So if I'm like in a fight with someone, I kind of want to keep it personal, but sometimes it ends up being on the wall, and I do regret that happening.
I think it's really stupid when people say stuff about you like to other people when it's like open, like,
and then you see it,
and then you see it, and you're just like, thank you,
and it's hella rude.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that happens a lot.
Yeah, that just happened on Friday. Like, I got in a fight with this guy, and he posted on his Facebook, "I hate bitches."
And you're like, I know you're talking about me.
Really? Like, are you that, like, immature? It's just stupid. It's like, you know it's about you, and other people probably know it's about you, so it's, like, disrespectful.
I've never regretted, like, posting any pictures about me smoking. It's kind of just like, I'll just post it. I don't really think about it. It makes me comfortable because I'm posting from a blog site, and it's mostly, like, pictures from, like, it's not usually just me smoking, like, it's other people, and it's just, like, pictures of, like, pieces and glass. I deleted a lot of people on Facebook after, like, people started complaining to me. They are complaining because they don't, like, understand, like, why I smoke or anything. I don't think what I post is, like, bad is a thing. Like, I don't really think it's that bad because there's a lot worse things on the internet.
I actually, I was out with some friends and I met, like, this random guy one time, and I didn't think that I'd ever, like, see him again, so I was just like, oh, my name's Ari. Like, I didn't give him anything personal, I just, like, told him my name and stuff. And he, like, found me on Facebook randomly. I don't know how he did that, but, yeah, and so, like, I figured, like, since I kind of knew him, like, oh, like, I'll add him, whatever. And he kept Facebooking me and, like, messaging me and, like little Facebook chat thing, and it was just, like, it's ridiculous. And it's really hard to, like, well, I mean, you can block people and stuff, but it's, like, once they find you, kind of, it's, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to, like, really know if you, like, get rid of them or not, just because you have no way of tracking them, and they don't really have a way of tracking you, so it's, like, your personal information's out there, like, where you live, where you go to school, like, the places you go, and so it can be a little scary sometimes, like, knowing that someone else has access to that information all the time.
Parents need to really understand what their kids are doing on those sites. If you know your child's going to be on Facebook, this isn't something you should be trying to prevent. This is something you should be trying to educate around. Parents should be Googling their kids on a regular basis to find out what's out there. And then they ought to take remedial action whenever they need to. If you simply let the thing go on forever and you never look at it, there will be a body of evidence that's just simply too much trouble to go back and scrub clean. And a lot of parents are probably in those shoes today.
I am basically the more, like, toned down sister. I'm not the type that will have, like, pictures of her doing Rocky Horror stuff and with pasties on her boobs and stuff like that. I was basically like, you should probably change your profile picture, dude. And she was like, no, it's not. I'm not showing anything, like, too much stuff. It's not against Facebook policies. So I'm just like, oh my God, well, whatever. You're gonna learn from this. So, I mean, whatever. I'm not the authority figure in the family, so it's kind of hard when you have, like, grandparents on Facebook and your aunt and your uncles and your cousins. And it's like, okay, what are you doing? My mom has a Facebook, and she was like, honey, change your picture now. And she eventually did. She doesn't really, she's more the think later, act now person. I'm the act later and then think now person. So I look at her and I'm like, do I really want that to be on my Facebook? I don't really think so. It's kind of hard because you have people looking at her and then they assume, oh my gosh, you must be the exact same way. And it's kind of hard to have that type of like perception of yourself that other people have on you.
I do worry about getting in trouble sometimes. I've thought about it, like, and I pretty much like monitor it better now. I don't post that much anymore. I've taken a few old stuff down. I don't really worry about consequences too much because like nothing has happened so far. Like I've never gotten into like any real trouble because of it.
We don't really have time to look at everybody's Facebook page if you have 11,792 applications, but at the same time we let them know that we reserve the right to do that. There's reasons why you select people in, there's reasons why you select people out. And some people self-select out by behavior that is unnecessary. I mean, that's part of the public person that they're being, and if they're going to be joining our campus, I suppose that's fair game.
For me, my brother posted a video online that I told him not to post, but he did anyway, and that's what the school found and got mad about. They just like called my parents, and it was just like a little slap on the wrist, and they're like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's like my parents know that I drink, and like they don't really, like I've gotten in trouble with the school for putting stuff online, but like when it comes down to it, like the school can't really do anything because I didn't do it at school, and it's not school related. And I was like, what are you gonna do? Like I didn't do it at school, and then they didn't do anything. Well, I think it just like, if you put something online, like people are gonna see it, and you just have to be aware of that, and like if you're okay with that, and you know what the consequences are, then it should be fine.
If you publish for the world your Facebook profile, and the interests that you have are getting drunk, are things that might seem indecorous to an employer, I would say that it's almost certainly going to affect your chance of getting employment with some employers, because without question we know that hiring managers are going out and looking at that data.
My managers, like I don't go to work high or anything. Like I don't go to work drunk. So my managers, like they don't care if I drink.
If somehow I end up on a potential employee's Facebook page and I see stuff there that makes me think that they won't show up for work every day. So I would say things like substance abuse, the quality of rhetoric, the quality of thought that goes into your writing, the way you're treating other people online, the way you present yourself online. If any of those seem negative, they're going to negatively impact an employer.
It's your decision to have a Facebook, and it's out there and it's public. So it may sound like an invasion of privacy for a company to be searching for your information like on Facebook, but you were the one that decided to get a Facebook in the first place.
There isn't any flag on the internet to say this is a personal document and this is a professional one. It's really hard for an employer not to end up in that space and not to get a flavor of what a person's life outside of work is like. And so how you represent it is just, it turns out to be a really big deal. You want your employer to be able to trust you.
Are there mistakes that get made as juveniles, as teenagers? Of course. Did you learn from it? That's the difference. That's what we have to see.
I've made like mistakes. I've posted things that are like, wow, that's really dumb. Like, why would I say that? And like I moved on from it. Anything that you wouldn't be allowed to do at school, you probably shouldn't post that on Facebook, even though I know that I have, and I know a lot of people have. But I think it's important to work towards not doing that.
I mean, don't be like over paranoid, like, oh my God, I have to delete every picture of me. But just keep it in the back of your mind, like, okay, do I really want to post this picture? Do I really want to post this note?
If you don't abuse anything, it can't hurt you, you know?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what you want to do is make sure that you leave a track record online that you're proud of. Who you are publicly affects your life in an enduring way. There's no way to escape that. What people know of you affects how they see you. It affects the kinds of interactions they want to have with you. It affects how much they trust you. So be aware of what you're presenting publicly. You're going through adolescence in public in a way that no generation ever has. And nobody really knows what that's going to mean.